Hello, welcome to Cavs Daily, the place for everything Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm your host, Paul Williams. Appreciate you guys being here as I drop another banger following another Cavs victory. If you could, before we get started, subscribe, comment, blah, blah, blah. You know what I must ask for. And outside of that, let's get to what we're here for, and that's talking our Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cavs were in action tonight as they hosted the Milwaukee Bucks for another game in their 6-game homestand, which is their longest homestand of the season. So if you're trying to get to a game, this week would be a good week to do that. The Cavs beat the Memphis Grizzlies on Friday in a kind of uneven game. Had to come back late in the fourth quarter. Once again, the Cavs had to come back, but it wasn't as drastic or as late in the game. The Cavs did fall behind 30-16 in the first quarter, but an 8-0 run in the first got it close. And then by the second quarter, the Cavs took the lead and ended up winning 118-106 in a game that was closer than the final score indicates, but it also always felt like the Cavs were going to win, especially in the second quarter with 3 minutes left when Giannis Antetokounmpo, I don't know why I said it like that, Giannis Antetokounmpo went to the locker room with some sort of leg or groin, hip area injury. He had been favoring it the entire 13 minutes that he did play, so it wasn't super shocking to see him go out, even though he did sell a few of my parlays, but that's for another day. The Bucks, even without Giannis, honestly, they still put up a very good fight against the Cavs. I mean, we didn't have the game in control really at all. Maybe the fourth quarter, the second half of the first quarter, fourth quarter. But for the most part, the Bucks either had the lead or it was a close game. The Bucks led after one, and then at halftime, we did have a 2-point lead. And going into the fourth quarter, we did have a 4-point lead. And it was really just a back-and-forth game most of the game. But the Cavs did what they need to get it done. Donovan Mitchell, I mean, this guy's top 3 MVP right now, period, point blank. I'm not hearing anything otherwise. You're hating if you don't know that. For the 5th game already this season, he's dropped at least 35, as he had 37 tonight. He had 25 in the first half. I mean, it looked like he could have went for 50 if he wanted to, honestly, with ease. He's locked in. It was another super efficient scoring game for him, shooting 14 for 22 from the field, 4 of 8 from 3. So just overall, MVP Donovan Mitchell. He also had 7 dimes and 5 rebounds. Come on, man. He is balling. He's also leading the league right now in second half scoring at just about 20 a game. After tonight, probably closer to 19. Sam Merrill finished with 20, which was second on the team. But the way he does it sometimes, it doesn't feel like he's just like going crazy in a game. It's a quick spurt, and that's what it was for Sam Merrill tonight. He had 11 points in the fourth quarter, and he really helped turn the tide in the fourth quarter as the Cavs went on a 12-3 run that really changed the game and gave them control that they didn't relinquish. Merrill, yeah, I mean, he's still a not streaky shooter, but streaky as far as how aggressive he's going to be with his shot. It's been a lot better this season, and he had another big game for us tonight, and he does it in big moments, like versus Miami last week. He had 3 straight three-pointers in the fourth to tie the game for us. So he seems to come through in big situations, and I'm just loving Sam Merrill this season. Outside of him and Donovan, though, it was really just a kind of team effort. No one else scored over 14, which Evan Mobley did have to go with 6 rebounds. Jared Allen had 12 to go with 6 rebounds. DeAndre Hunter didn't have a great night, finished with 11 points and 5 rebounds. off the bench, the Cavs didn't get a ton of production. Craig Porter did lead the way with 11. But the guy to me off the bench, I mean, I'll say this, Dean Wade did have a good game off the bench for sure. He had 5 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. But in only 12 minutes, I feel like, again, Naquan Tomlin, he kind of just stole the show and had so many plays in that short amount of time that really, truly changed the game. In the second quarter, he tied up one of the Bucks players and forced a jump ball in a situation where he had no business even getting close to that basketball or being able to tie that guy up. But he did, and that helped kind of spur the Cavs on a run in the second quarter, which really got them back in the game and gave them the lead for the first time. And then in the fourth quarter, again, he had some hustle plays. He had a hustle block. Then on the other end, reverse layup, offensive rebound on the next possession. I mean, he's really putting his imprint on the games. And I think it was very interesting tonight. Kenny Atkinson decided to not play Larry Nance at all. It was actually Naquan Tomlin and Thomas Bryant coming out in the big man rotation for the Cavaliers. So that was an interesting, I won't say twist or anything like that, or I guess super surprise. We've been talking about it. Seems like Nance is slipping out of favor and Tomlin is earning those minutes. So again, big impact from him as the Cavs get it done in honestly a way that we haven't seen too much this season. And we're going to talk about that right now. The Cavs tonight, and I think in their last couple of games, it seems like it doesn't just seem like it. The stats also like show that, but the Cavs are slowing down on shooting so many threes and getting up so many threes in such a hurry. I feel like their offense has slowed down a little bit. They're either using penetration to get into the paint or getting it to Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, one of their big men, or offensive rebounding better to get more point chances and paint points, or points in the paint. It's tough to keep juggling those two words, but they are really grinding it more on offense and taking their time a bit more. And they only shot 35 three-pointers today. I mean, just a week ago, they shot 65 and then 57 in another game. So that's a big difference. They also, for one of the first times this season, did not get out-rebounded, and they actually dominated the rebounding column with a 45-34 advantage over the Bucks. And, I mean, that's huge. And you could see on the defensive side of the ball, the Cavs really getting back to what they did in 2023 and 24 and even 22, really just suffocating teams with their athleticism and energy on defense and using their defense to spur their easy baskets and their transition baskets. And it's working. I mean, you can run a solid half-court offense with a guy like Donovan Mitchell and then the guys you have down low and Evan Mobley and Jared Allen and then the shooters you just always have around them. You don't always have to be in a hurry. We don't always have to jack up 50, 60 threes in a game. And I love to see us win in these type of ways. And I hope it is something that we are getting back to, and that doesn't mean we can't still be one of the highest volume three-point shooting teams or one of the best three-point shooting teams, but we have the talent to play other ways, and we have the defensive talent too, no matter what, have that as a big part of our identity. And yeah, let's see if we're getting back to that. Tonight's game was definitely a good step in that direction. And another thing about tonight's game, the Cavs for the second game in a row, well, Kenny Atkinson for the second night in a row, played a very interesting three big lineup. I mean, I guess I don't know. I consider Tomlin a power forward. I mean, that could play center in a pinch more likely than him playing small forward in a pinch. But it seems like he's either they're testing him out at the three, or Kenny's just going with three bigs at times and seeing what happens. I mean, on Friday, he had a lineup out there of Sam Merrill and Donovan Mitchell at the guard spots. And then he had Larry Nance, Naquan Tomlin, and Evan Mobley. So Larry Nance is a power forward, of course, slash center in a pinch. Evan Mobley is a power forward slash center. And Tomlin is a power forward. And they were all three sharing the court for a decent amount of time in the second quarter of the Memphis Grizzlies game. And then tonight, the Cavs once again went with a three-big lineup. This time, well, Tomlin was a part of it again, which is what makes me think, are the Cavs testing out Tomlin in a role in the three spot? I mean, that could just be a sign that they really want to find ways to get and keep him on the court, which I don't think is a bad thing. And then tonight, the Cavs went with another similar lineup. It was, again, Donovan and Sam Merrill in the backcourt. And then they had Tomlin out there with Mobley. But this time, it was Thomas Bryant in the other spot, who is for sure a big. So Bryant and Mobley being out there with Tomlin, I mean, Tomlin's the three, I guess, in that situation. So I don't know. Maybe Tomlin is going to be playing a lot more of the three. I don't mind that. He definitely plays like a big, so it's going to be like having a third big out there. When we have lineups like Tomlin, Bryant, and Mobley, theoretically all three of them can shoot the three. Two of them are very athletic. They're all good offensive rebounders. So it's interesting to see. It's a good twist. I don't mind Kenny Atkinson trying it out. I don't know if it'd be something like we really go to in big situations down the stretch or in the playoffs, but it also doesn't hurt to see what it looks like and what we can do with all this talent we have on the roster. So I'm glad he's doing it, glad he's trying out different lineups, and yeah, those three big lineups just they've caught my eye the last couple of games, so I did want to touch on them. And to wrap things up today, I just want to talk about the impact that I think, well, I know Porter and Tyson and now Tomlin and even Proctor to a certain extent, their impact on the Cavs' future of continuing to contend and have a championship window, I mean, it's huge, and it should be something that's really exciting to watch and see unfold for Cavs fans. I mean, Evan Mobley is only 24 right now. Darius Garland is only 25. So they still have a long runway of basketball. I mean, of course, Donovan still does, and Jared Allen and all the other guys. But I'm just saying, even if there's different evolutions of this team, the Cavs continue to show that they can draft or sign free agent undrafted guys and develop them and make them meaningful contributors on a championship level team. And that is, I mean, it's huge for an organization in general. It's what really keeps you going and keeps you competitive without having to go through full rebuild. So having this early success with all these young guys, and a lot of them honestly looking like they could be real pieces, whether that's off the bench or in a starting role alongside some stars. It's very promising, and it gives the Cavs a lot more wiggle room, especially with the financial obligations that they have with all the stars that they do have on their team. So it's exciting to see, and I really do think those guys are going to be key to extending this competitive window that I don't see closing for the Cavs for a long time. And a lot of that does fall on the shoulder of Kobe Altman. I mean, he's just done such a great job. It's mind blowing the way he already has built now a few iterations of these teams that have been roster wise. If you just look at the roster, they've been very, very well built teams. And I mean, this might be the gem of them all. And a lot of the reason that the Cavs are looking so exciting this year is contributions from guys that, I mean, you just really don't expect to be getting too much from, and guys that definitely weren't coveted around the league. I mean, the Porters and the Tomlins, even the Merrills and the Dean Wades, like those guys, honestly, any team could have picked them up if they wanted to, or traded a future second round pick for one of them at most. It's a testament to Kobe Altman and the way he isn't just coming out successful in trades or free agent signings, but also like really having to get into the trenches and find those hidden gems that may not be superstars, but can be serious contributors to a championship team. So just kudos to Kobe Altman and the development staff. I think Kenny Atkinson coming along has been a huge part of the success for some of these young guys. And again, Altman brought Atkinson in. So the Cavs are in good hands, and it's showing. And I think the development and what we're seeing from these young guys is not like a flash in the pan type thing. Even when we're fully healthy, if they don't get as much opportunity, that doesn't mean they're not the same players that we're seeing right now that I think are showing they can contribute seriously to a championship level team. So yeah, the Cavs, we're in a very, very, very good spot to compete for a long time, and all we have to do is sit back and watch and hope for a little luck, hope for a little injury luck, honestly. And I don't know, this team is so deep, and with these young guys now bringing just different ingredients that can only help a team like this Cavaliers team. It's going to be scary when it all comes together and everyone is healthy and has played together now for a while with different lineups and different rotations. I'm telling you, we are building a monster here. So just stay locked in. Even when we go through down stretches, stay positive. We're going to reap the benefits down the road. And the Cavs are the team of the NBA for the next 5 years. Stamp it. That's what it's going to be. With that, we're going to wrap things up tonight. If you're still here with me, appreciate you guys always riding. And I will be back with another banger for you tomorrow. Till then, have a good night. Thank you again.